So I want to do a quick video to document this. Um, I didn't see a doctor about it, but for months, long time, a little more than months, uh, my foot, it felt like I was walking on a big lump, and there was nothing on the bottom of my foot, but in here, every time I walked, it felt like there was a big lump, and occasionally, it felt like my foot was swollen up here, but it was never swollen. But it would change. Like sometimes that lump would go away, and for some reason I knew there was fluid in there, and it sometimes it would hurt up here. I'm not diabetic or anything, but my feet act weird to heat, and so obviously cold weather rolled around, and I do occasionally get something like athlete's foot, but I drive truck, and for a week I was in a manual for a change, and I had to run the heat all night because my feet were getting wet. And a couple nights ago, my feet weren't wet, but I had the heat on because it was cold, and I felt when I pushed in the clutch, my toes got wet, and that lump disappeared. What happened was a hole opened up in my foot, and what I thought was fluid in there apparently was fluid in my foot, and it all came out, and now my foot feels way better. So before that healed up, I figured I'd do a video and say something about it, because I mean I was trying compression socks and everything, and I don't know where that fluid came from, but it was causing a lot of pain. And when I walked, like I said, it felt like I had a lump. I thought it was my shoes, and you couldn't feel it. It just felt like a normal foot. I was like, what the hell is going on? Because it was just in there and it spread around. But like I said, when I walked, it felt like there was a lump in there, and it felt pretty big. But I was getting pain up here, and you couldn't see anything swollen. But yeah, because my feet were like, had the heat on, and they really sweat, and the skin softened up. It blew a hole open, and all that fluid came out. And I'll tell you what, my foot feels so much better now. So I don't know if you get some pain in there. I don't know if there's a way that doctors can somehow scan and see if there's a pocket of fluid in your foot or not. But this is what I mean about going to the doctors. Like sometimes I think they know stuff and they don't want to fix it. But I'm not saying that I would have gone to a doctor, but I'm glad that it worked out the way it did.